So I meant to do this video when this company was a little bit lower a few days ago when it was at like 10 or 11 cents, but now it's still good. But MJNA, Medical Marijuana Inc., I think that this company is not a lot of people pay attention to it, and I find that quite interesting. So before I go into stuff, I am invested into this company. I got in at about 13 cents around December, and I've been holding ever since then. And it's been okay, in my opinion. I'm not too worried about this company. I'm gonna hold it for about a year and then see what happens from there. But yeah, so before I go into some of the good things about the company, let me go into the bad things about the company and why I believe that nobody really looks into this company as much as they should or invest into this company. So this company has been pumped and dumped several times over the years, and a lot of people got burned on it. And whenever somebody gets burned on a stock, they generally have very negative feelings towards that stock, and they won't go anywhere near it in the future just because they don't like it. So if somebody doesn't like a company, even if the company is okay, they're just not going to buy it. So, a lot of people probably don't like that. The stock is also heavily diluted. I mean, 14 cents per share, but the company is worth 460 million. So a lot of dilution going on there. The company does have a lot of bad debt, which it is currently paying off, or at least partially paying off by issuing new stock. That, in my opinion, is not that big of a deal because just about every company right now, every marijuana company is issuing new stock and financing itself by doing, stock offerings. So that's not that big of a deal because everybody seems to be doing it. So yeah. So that's why people don't like it. Every time that we get some news about medical marijuana, nobody on Reddit ever discusses it. Every time we get some news about some other company, everybody discusses it. Like, we get anything comes out about, some minor company, you always get people discussing it, but news comes out about MJNA, like yesterday the news came out about their study and nobody said anything. It was upvoted, but nobody actually said anything, which was interesting. So yeah, not a lot of people pay attention to the company. So that's something. But the good things about the company. So this company has been around for a while, and unlike a lot of other companies, it already has products available everywhere in the US and in a lot of other countries. So if you wanted to buy some product from them, you can. You can just go online and order it, and they'll ship it to you. So that's a good thing. So every time that their study is released and it has something positive in it, most of their products you can just go online and buy. Like the study was released for the epileptic children study, and if you have a child who is suffering from that condition, and you look at the study and the study was really positive. If you wanted to go and buy some of their products and try them out, you can buy the exact same product that was used in the study and have it shipped to you. If you're anywhere in the U.S. or in a bunch of other countries, and it's not a problem. It's legal in a lot of places. So that's a really good thing. Also, the company is invested into Axon Biotechnologies, which is currently doing several clinical studies on several different medications, and one of the biggest ones, or one of the most important ones, is the irritable bowel syndrome. The gum that treats that. If this study is successful, then it has a lot of potential for the company to grow because irritable bowel syndrome affects a very significant portion of the population, and if the study is successful and the gum actually helps people, then it has the potential to be widely used, and that would be good for the company because their sales would go up. They could actually start paying off their debt and start financing their growth through their own sales, which would be great. And that's that. But yeah, so the company, they have a lot of subsidiaries. One of the main things that this company is doing that nobody else is doing is it's currently in the Brazil market. So they are in the Brazilian market and in the Mexican market, and those markets might not be the most exciting ones, but they have 300 million people combined, and this company is pretty much the only company that is trying to get a big share of that market there. So, I mean, 300 million people, yes, they are not the richest countries, but 300 million people, you still have a lot of potential, and the $460 million market cap, it's not that big considering the potential that this company has. If they are the first to actually integrate themselves with the medical marijuana into the Mexican and Brazilian markets, then the $460 million market cap is actually not that big of a deal. Plus, they have a lot of things Plus, they have huge investments in medications that are going to be coming out in the next year or so. Some even less. So that's good. So that's why I think that this company is not that bad of a hold in the long run. I mean, chances are that it's not going to really drop below 10 cents anytime soon because they have a lot of things coming out in the future. They're actually starting to make more money. The recent study that came out is probably going to boost their sales fairly heavily. We'll see that in a few months if it actually did. But yeah, so the fact that nobody pays attention to this company and nobody really nobody cares that much whenever good news comes out about them, it makes it so that this company is not as overvalued as other companies in the same industries. And I think that that's good, which is why I'm holding it. So we'll see where it is in about a year, and we'll see if I was right or if I was wrong.